What's up guys, Mike here, Dezaras Prime, with a bit of a tutorial regarding using, well, basically making machinima in Grand Theft Auto 5 / Grand Theft Auto Online. There's a lot of these floating around the internet, you can find them anywhere, but these are for the benefit of some friends mainly. They will cover, it'll be accessible to everybody, but it's mainly for my friends Dijon, aka The Figment, he, youtube.com/Scions I believe, and Bruce, Shonuff, the Gaming Minister, youtube.com/ATOH Project I believe. I could be wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry. These little tutorials, they're looking to get into making GTA machinima. They do other machinima, specifically on DCUO. I do DCUO machinima. I still do, I'm just not at the minute, guys. But yeah, hi Bruce, hi Dijon. And this might benefit Wilf as well, but he's around my house every Wednesday, and we talk online a lot more frequently than I get to talk with Bruce and Dijon online, so I kind of cover that stuff in person with him, but might still benefit from a couple of things. So this first part is going to deal with the whole character creation aspect of it all. Part 2 will cover actual recording, and it's a lot more than just holding down on the D-pad and pressing X. There's a few more things I need to get into. Third part, we will cover the Rockstar video editor. So character creation. This is Michael/Dezaras. This is is he the lead protagonist in 13? I don't know, because he is technically a bad guy, but I kind of look at him as the best of the worst. Like, in terms of the bad guys you've got, he is a criminal, but he has some sort of moral code. And I figured, considering the series is about Roy Moss investigating the man in the blood red hockey mask, we don't actually see him wear this blood red hockey mask for a while, so I figured why not? We'll use him as the guide. So it's gone into first person, sorry about that. Character creation, the first thing. Now, I can't really show the visuals for this because I've already been through it and I've already used my second character slot. You'll go into character creation, you will do your basic stuff. Dijon's already done his character, Wilf's already done his character, Bruce, I don't know yet. You've got your parents, you can got sliders so you can have the character resemble which parent more and stuff. You've got Nico Bellic and John Marston as dads. That's pretty cool. Whole different bunch of stuff in there. It's quite intricate and detailed. However, there is one thing: every player character in GTA Online is the same height. They're all 6 feet tall. My guy is no shorter than Wilf. Wilf in real life is taller than me. In real life, I believe Bruce is 6'9". Yeah, hashtag fuck starting a fight with that bitch. Sorry, dude. Yeah, so Bruce won't be able to get a character that matches his height. Neither will I, really, because I'm about 5'7". My character's taller than me. So yeah, that's one thing. You've got your character creation. Once you've done that, you go into online. You've got a couple of tutorials and stuff if you're in there for the first time. You basically meet Lamar, you race Lamar, you get some drugs for Lamar. I don't like Lamar, I'm glad to be done with him. He's a bit of a bellend, to be honest, but you've got all these different options. Once you've come out of that and you enter into free roam, or you go into your own private lobby and stuff like that. Let's take a look around and I'll show you some of the other things. Right, well, this is my custom apartment. For a start, I have many properties and many businesses. A lot of them are really just for machinima purposes. You've got your green juice that replenishes your health. You've got wine that doesn't really do much, I don't think. You can get wasted and you'll end up at the hospital. You've got your radio and stuff. There's little on your TV that you can watch. It's not just Brainiac on the TV all the time. Excuse me. It's quite a nice place, this. Costs about $900,000. I will go into cost and stuff like that more in another video should people require it. So basically, you've got your apartments, your safe houses, plenty of other places that you can go to. As you can see outside, it is night time. If you press up on your D-pad, check the phone, it is 10:15 at night on a Sunday. I'm recording this at, my phone's upside down, my real phone, 9:45 in the morning on a Monday. So, yeah, don't pay any attention to that. I will touch upon that briefly now, the day-night cycle, because what I'll be doing with within these videos is I'll be using DCUO as a reference point, as a comparison, because that's the game and that's where me, Dijon and Bruce all met. That's where we did our machinimas, and you know, still do, just me not as frequently now. So this is my garage. This is my garage with my sexy cars. So many sexy cars. Let's take the Tempesta out. So yeah, you've got the day-night cycle. DCUO doesn't have a day-night cycle. It kind of does. You've got Gotham, where it's never night, never daytime, and you've got Metropolis, where it's never nighttime. So that kind of balances out, I guess. But if you want to do something in the daytime in Gotham, you can't, or you can pretend it's use Metropolis and pretend it's Gotham, but the city layouts are vastly different. Another thing to take note of as well is the weather, because you do get varying weather. You will get snow at Christmas, you'll get thunder and lightning and sunny days and rain and stuff at varying points in GTA Online. The weather never stays the same. It's not like DCUO where you go into Scarecrow's territory and it rains for a bit. No, if it rains here, it'll rain pretty much everywhere, and it'll do so for quite a while, and it will affect travel and your driving ability and stuff like that, if you have any. I don't have much. So yeah, there's the little discussion about the day-night cycle. Now, I'll just pull over for a sec, 'cause I don't want to drive and talk, because I might crash and die. It's been known to happen. So you've covered your basic character creation. You're all the same height. Everybody is 6 feet tall, even the women. Yeah, fair enough, you do get tall women. I know a lot of women that are taller than me. I actually know fewer that are shorter than me, but shut up. So you've got various shops and stuff where you can purchase vehicles, and it's a lot of it's all done on the internet. If we go to this and we go to the internet on your phone, you've got your money and services where you can actually deposit your cash through your phone somehow. You've got travel and transport, which is where it'll show you where all your vehicles and stuff are. So we're on Benny's at the minute, and you've got your different lists, your different vehicles. Each website has different vehicles. Some will have the same because these are customizable to a different degree. You can take them to Benny's and get them customized in a different way that you could a standard vehicle. Just going to touch upon this a little bit. The Anis Elegy R88, sorry, it's a free car if you join the Rockstar Social Club. Joining the Rockstar Social Club, if I can say that properly, joining the Rockstar Social Club gets you the free Anis Elegy, so you get a free car right off the bat. It also gives you a second character slot. You only get 2 character slots. It gives you a second character slot to use should you need it. I find it handy. I've got Michael. My second character here is Roy Moss, who is probably the main protagonist in 13. My son, I have a secondary account that my son plays around on. That has his character and a duplicate of Moss, so I can have Michael and Moss in the same scene should I need to, because Michael is technically dead at the minute, isn't he? So those are the benefits of joining Rockstar Social Club. Where would you do that? I can't quite remember how to do it because it's been such a while since I've done it. Info. settings. No, that's Rockstar editor. PlayStation Store stats. Gallery, no. So you would go to Rockstar Social Club, basically link your PSN ID, and you get your second character slot. You're able to join crews, and if you notice, my character's mouth is moving. That's another little trick that I played around with but didn't use ultimately. Let me take his mask off a sec. When you're using in-game chat, your character's mouth will move when you talk. It wasn't obvious with the hockey mask there, but if I go to, I've got so many masks, but if you look at him there, his mouth moves. I opted not to do this because I'm talking slowly now and he is talking incredibly fast. And there's also parts where there'll be a bit of a delay and he won't open his mouth at the time I wanted him to. So I basically stuck with the way I was on DCUO and didn't bother with moving mouths. It could add to the immersion if you get it right. It's just a bit too much hassle for my liking, so I decided not to do that. Okay, so we are going to go on the map and turn this sumbitch around, because right up here I miss flying over everyone in DCUO. Well, just going through everybody in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Here we have a clothing store. Let's go to a clothing store and take a look there. So you have various clothing stores. You have I can't really do it at the minute, but you'll go and you'll press right on your D-pad to browse tops, or browse shoes, browse pants. Now the thing with this is, you will unlock more stuff as you level up, but it's not an unlocking process like DCUO is, because in GTA Online, if you check the top right corner where my name and my picture, time and date, well day, you've got the currency, which is basically just GTA dollars. There's no marks of bollocks or fucking war bonds of bullshit or anything like that. You buy everything with cash. There's also no loot boxes, which is a major plus. People might rail on the shark cards and be like, oh, shark cards are all, they fucking just try to violate shark cards. At least when you buy a shark card, you know what you're getting. You're buying money, and you get the money. It's simple as. That's why I don't mind dropping money on a shark card, because I know I'm getting money, as opposed to opening a time capsule on DCUO where I may or may not get a piece of Green Arrow or Batman gear. More often than not, I'll probably get a fucking mod. So that is a brief run. Let's go through some stuff quickly. I'll show you some tops. You got your suit jackets and all that jazz. Okay, quite a lot of stuff. You can't change the colours of each individual piece. They come as are. That orange furry Tyler Breeze type thing stays orange unless you buy a red one. Okay, you can't change the colour afterwards. You'd have to buy one of a different colour. But I will go to let's go to biker jackets, because that's where we are. The ticks are the stuff I've got. The thing with the t-shirt icon is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a worn black classic biker. See, it's got some damage on it, some fading and tearing and stuff like that. You can also buy a brand new clean one, which makes good for time lapse and stuff like that. I've got the black blouse on, or blues on, however you say it. I've got the worn black blues on. So that is that, yeah. I'm not scripting this because, you know, I talk better when I'm not following a script. Unless I've wrote a really good script. Sometimes I can do that. So, clothing stores. You have your various different ones. Now, you don't just have Ponsonby's, which is what that one was. You have a... That's a Ponsonby's. Fuck off, Ponsonby's. Suburban. Now, I think you get different prices at different ones. It's the same stock. You'll always get the same stuff. Now, I have noticed you've got a Ponsonby's there as well. I have noticed that you have there are shops that I've gone in where I haven't been able to see the full range. I might not have been looking hard enough, but yeah, just be wary of that. Binco, another clothing. You've basically got your discount clothing, Binco, Ponsonby's and Suburban. Excuse me. Which is where you would get all your clothing from. Now, let us go to... Let's go to the Barber Shop, shall we? So, we go to the Barber Shop. I was checking my waypoint then. That and I'm a shit driver. Barber Shop, Barber Shop. Various barber shops scattered around the map. Alright, we're going across the road, aren't we? Move, don't you dare. Let's park up properly, shall we? Yeah. Right, so we're going to Heron Haywick, or whatever it's called. I usually go to Hair Coots. So, you go in. And we'll cover face paint in a minute. And tattoos. You've got various hairstyles. Long hair isn't really that long. I think that's the longest it'll go. You've got cornrows, you've got all these different styles. And then you've got your colour options are on L2, R2. So let's just say, for example, I want the kid and play look, but I want it blonde. There. Blonde, kid and play. Or Guile from Street Fighter. You can also go red, really red, really, really red. Bit more orange, you know when you've been tangoed. I'm going to stop making puns now. Grey, black, yeah. Morgan Freeman. Purple for some reason, pink. Varying different colours. And they're all preset colours as well. Beards. Can't really see much because of the face paint, but it's not like you have like 3D beards or anything. You do in the story mode with Michael and that, but you don't get those with your online characters, probably to save memory and stuff like that. You've got your eyebrow options, and each of these costs a little bit, but it's not really big money. You might find what you'll need to do is edit appearances a little bit for the cameos, just so they're not immediately noticeable. Chest, you've got all your body hair, stuff like that. Various different. You got like the Mankind have a nice day face and all that shit. Contact lenses, so you can change your eye colour just by going to contact lenses, which is, and you got some pretty weird yet decent looking, like, you could be like fucking a demon possessed on Supernatural or something like that, or ooh yeah, or you could just be the Undertaker. Then your face paints. You've got various different face paints, and they're all various different prices. The newer ones are a bit more expensive than I'd like, even though there's some decent ones in there. I mean, look at these. You're looking at about 26 grand for a something like that. I would wear these if they weren't so expensive and it wasn't such a temporary thing. The only reason I've got face paint on my character at the minute is because if you watched chapter 1 of 13, we're at the When Bastard the Twat stage, where he's taking down the construction site members and is the face painted bastard fighting off a gang attack like a twat. That's basically why he's wearing the face paint, because I'm at that stage in recording the other gang attack stuff. So yeah, some decent gang attack, sorry, some decent face paint stuff. You've also got opacity levels. I believe mine was somewhere around the 50% mark when I actually filmed the When Bastard the Twat scene. If you go up, you can go up to 100%, you can go up to 0%, which still has a little bit left. And the reason I've got it at 100 at the minute is because that gang attack at the construction site wasn't his first one, so you know, his fresh paint, brand new paint and stuff is going all out white, black and with the red outline. Also because it blacks the eyes under the hockey mask as well. You've got your makeups, you've got, I could just use makeup if I wanted to and just black his eyes out that way, something like that maybe, or that even. And then you've got lipstick, which I never actually thought of doing. Let's throw a bit of red on maybe, just to, no, we won't do that now. We won't do that now. But yeah, if you look under the mask, I mean you can see the white around his jaw, so maybe for the mask just go for something a bit more subtle, doesn't cover up the whole face. But I like the way the eyes are blacked out under the mask.